Hi folks, John Tobis here. I want to talk to you about creating the most basic thing with the Codebusters tools, plain old aristocrat with a random alphabet. Now, I've started here with a quote that came from the quote builder. I asked it to build me a Division A test and give me an easy aristocrat. And so we've got this quote here that's coming into it. And a couple of things I want to teach you about how the aristocrat encoder works. First of all, if you just press any key or you actually do any typing on it, it'll calculate the readability score. So it says it's between 7th and 8th grade. It's not bad for this type of a quote. If you put more complex words, you'll see it give you, a higher grade level. This is an approximation, but it pretty much gives you a good idea about where you should expect the quote or the level of kids that you expect to be able to handle the quote and the words in it. Now, there's a couple things about this that make it a fairly easy quote. You notice I've got a single letter word, I and A. Having both I and A in a quote really makes the quote easier to solve. And if we want to make it even easier, there's another thing we can do with the randomization. So if you see we have the alphabet type here selected as random, and if you click the randomize button, it'll pick a different set of letters. Well, if you keep picking the randomize, you'll notice here I'm looking at the A and I'm looking at the I. If I get anything where I maps to A or A maps to I, then that's going to immediately rule out what that letter would be. So let's just see going, hit randomize a few times, and there we go. We have here I for A. So that tells the kids immediately solving this, when they see the I on the test as a single letter word, that tells them that almost certainly it's got to be an A. And then given that they got the other one there, that another single letter that's not, that means the T is going to map to an I. So we've given them a hint. Also, another thing makes this thing easier. We've got apostrophes on here. We've got didn't and then were. So combination of that is going to make this one a fairly easy one to solve. As you see, by controlling the randomization, you can make it a little bit easier. If I hit randomize so that you don't see it on there, so that the A and the I, then it's going to be a harder problem to solve. But I've gotten my quote in here, and next thing I want to do, suggest the question text. The quote has been coded using the Aristocrat cipher for you to decode. Great, really simple. And we're going to come in here and say suggest a number of points. And so because of the single letter AI, this tells me probably 240 points. That might be a little bit high on there, but we'll go ahead and take that. Set the points. Now we've done it. Click save, go on to the next question. I hope you have a wonderful day.